Global citizenship and the Sustainable Development Goals. Two phrases being used more and more frequently in classrooms within Carmarthenshire. But what do these actually mean? And why should they matter to us? Well, pupils in the 18 schools that took part in Walk the Global Walk have been learning about issues that affect us all, namely sustainable communities, climate action, and the importance of peace and equality around the world. Through a strong partnership with Dolen Cymru Lesotho, young people have been learning and reaching out, making connections and collaborating with other local authorities and schools across the globe. So, let's find out a little more about what Walk the Global Walk has accomplished, making our school children engage in issues relating to global citizenship and sustainable development, whilst promoting a culture of peace, respect for human rights, and co-responsibility on a global scale.
Walk the Global Walk is an international project funded by the EU Commission. It involves 12 different nations working together, so local authority and a charity in each one. And we're working together to promote sustainable development and social justice. The main aim of the project is to bring young people together in support of the Sustainable Development Goals.
At the heart of the project are the Global Goalkeepers. These are young people in our schools, acting as project ambassadors and leading activities to share important messages with their peers. There are over 100 of them, so let's hear from a few of those involved.
I'm Lily and I'm here representing Quaker Schools Eco Club. We're involved with a lot of different things. We have done gardening, we've done planning for big projects such as Walk the Global Walk, and we've worked with a lot of different schools all across the county and even across the world. Walk the Global Walk was a project that we started 2 years ago, and we started it with the topic SDG 13, which was climate action, an 8-point manifesto that encapsulated the idea of what we wanted to see in Wales by 2030, hopefully, fingers crossed, for climate action.
Wel, cyn I fi gael yn ethol I fod yn aelod o Senedd Cymru, o'n i'n aelod o Gabinet Cyngor Sir Gar gyda chyfrifoldeb am newid hinsawdd. Ac oedd hyn wedi rhoi cyfle I fi dros y 2 flynedd diwetha I weithio'n agos gyda pobl ifanc Sir Gyfyrddin ar y materion oedd yn bwysig iddyn nhw o ran newid hinsawdd. Ac wy'n falch I weid bod fi wedi cael cyfle I gydweithio gyda nhw I ddatblygu manifesto ar gyfer Sir Gar o ran newid hinsawdd a hefyd bod yn rhan o summit o gyfarfod mawr o wleidyddion a pobl ifanc lle oedd newid hinsawdd yn flaenoriaeth fel prif eitem ar yr agenda. Fe ges i'n dylanwadu'n fawr iawn gan y bobl ifanc I angerdd nhw, I ymroddiad, I diddordeb mawr nhw yn y pwnc yma. Maen nhw'n bobl ifanc wrth gwrs a maen nhw eisiau creu gwell dyfodol i'r blaned, dyfodol mwy gwyrdd, mwy glân. Ac maen nhw yn teimlo i'r byw bod hwn yn rhywbeth sydd efallai'n bwysicach iddyn nhw na dim byd arall. A oedd y teimlad yna'n dod drosodd yn gryf iawn iawn. A mae rhaid fi fod yn onest, wnaethon nhw ddim dal nôl yn ein herio ni fel gwleidyddion, a nifer ohonyn nhw'n dweud I ni ddim yn wneud digon ac I ni ddim yn mynd yn ddigon pell. Felly dwi wedi clywed beth maen nhw'n gweud a wy'n gwybod bod gwleidyddion yn y Senedd fan hyn wedi gwrando ar bobl ifanc a dyna pam mae Llywodraeth Cymru yn rhoi blaenoriaeth nawr I newid hinsawdd yn ystod y flwyddyn nesaf.
We have done so many amazing things with so many amazing people. Me and Lily have entered an art competition for a poster. Well, the inspiration from that was just how the world is kind of falling apart at the moment, and it symbolizes that the world is falling apart, but we could find a way to solve that problem, and in this world something will be better soon.
The way they've embraced these global issues, they are the voices of change. We have really inspired them with this project to actually think about these issues and take them forward in their future lives and their careers. Some are looking at the path of sort of climate action, flood management as jobs, engineering jobs. Others are going more down the SDG 16 route and looking at the peace side of things, but going into law. It really has had a massive impact. And LGBTQ+, we've been looking at this year with Show Races in the Red Card. They're getting involved with Connected Pride now. They've been involved with the planning.
I'm Susie Venturesfield. I'm the Chief Executive for the Welsh Centre for International Affairs. We're a charity based here in Wales, and we inspire people across Wales to learn about and act on global issues, everything from climate change to refugees to equality, all sorts of issues, the big things that affect us. One of the first things is that sometimes these issues seem really big and impossible to tackle, and actually that can be a real source of stress for young people. I mean, particularly issues like climate change, nature emergencies, but also inequality, poverty, all of these things seem huge, and what can I do about it as a young person? And so one of the things that we think is really important is that they know about those issues, but on its own that's not enough, because the knowledge can sometimes make you even more worried. So these kinds of projects get young people to really think about what their role could be, understand the issues, and they develop their skills around critical thinking, creative thinking, problem solving. And then what you see afterwards, instead of feeling disillusioned, they often feel empowered to act. So in this project, they were engaging with their local politicians. They were making real impacts in their schools, reducing the carbon footprints in their schools, getting clean air embedded in their schools, all these different activities. And I think for me, that's the transformation in young people from being slightly worried or pessimistic or worried about the future, especially in the midst of a global pandemic, instead feeling like the world is opening up and there are opportunities to connect with people from across the world. And although these are big challenges, actually they can work together, not just with their peers locally, but with young people from across the world and other people from across the world to make a difference. I think that's really quite powerful.
I'm Angelique Perro. I'm a teacher at Ysgol Glanamore. I teach languages. The focus has been to get the students, the young learners, to look at the SDG or SDGs, so an acronym for Sustainable Development Goals, which is an international mission from the United Nations, and big buzzwords, but we made it real here at Glanamore with looking at environmental issues and how to tackle and improve your local environment, including the school, and making it real for the students at their level in their community. And the first year was about reducing carbon emission by cycling everywhere you could. And recently they have been working on Show Racism the Red Card campaign linked to SDG 16, which is promoting peace and justice in the world we live in.
We have been doing the project Show Racism the Red Card, and we have been putting up leaflets around the community to share awareness that racism is not okay in any place in the world.
So my name's Sharon, and I'm the Education Officer for Dolan Cymru Wales Lesotho Link. We have schools in Carmarthenshire that have been linked to Lesotho for a long time, and so we've been able to recruit more to take part in the Connecting Classrooms through Global Learning programme, which is a British Council programme. And the Walk the Global Walk project focuses on Sustainable Development Goals, as does the CCGL, which is what we call the Connecting Classrooms project. So my role has been to work with those partner schools and help them get connected, work on the logistics, offer training for teachers in Lesotho as well as Wales, and interweave it then with the Walk the Global Walk project, because that's much more about learner-led action and celebration of an event at the end of each year. So the teachers in Lesotho have been involved in that as well.
I'm Jessica Davis from Pembrey School. I'm the nursery class teacher, but I also work closely with all the children in the school with our strong link between Pembrey and Moyeni Primary School in Lesotho. Last year I was very fortunate to visit Moyeni Primary, where I spent a week in the school teaching and learning with staff and pupils. School life over there is very different to life in Pembrey, with class sizes being up to 90 to 100 pupils in a class. But it was lovely to come back from there and share that with the children here at Pembrey.
To develop those links with Lesotho further, we've been part of a project where we've been tasked to take part in a challenge, which is to count our steps every week from all the children, all the class, to see if we are able to cover the same distance as travelling from Wales all the way to Lesotho. The children have been very enthused by the project and have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been great to see them getting outside and being active and really walking and running as much as possible to try and cover that distance every week. It's been fantastic that as we've gone along the way, we've been sent messages from some of the destinations that we would have travelled had we been walking along that route.
This year, Walk the Global Walk has funded sustainable peace gardens in many of the Carmarthenshire schools. These bring together the important elements of the project and are designed to have a lasting impact.
Wel, Zoe German Jones ydw i. Dwi'n bennaeth cynorthwyol fan hyn yn Ysgol Gymraeg Bryn Sherfel yn Llanelli. Creu'r hafan heddychlon i'r ardd heddwch oedd bwriad y prosiect cerdded y daith gerdded fyd eang, plant yn canolbwyntio eleni ar pob math o agwedd o ran cynnesu byd eang, heddwch a sefydliadau cryf. Mae'r plant wedi elwa o gymaint o brofiadau gwahanol, rhai cysyniadau eitha eiddfed hefyd dyn nhw ddeall o ran gwrthdaro rhwng gwledydd, hiliaeth, a sut mae bywydau nhw a'r ffordd maen nhw yn byw eu bywydau yn mynd i gael effaith ar y dyfodol o ran yr ymagweddau yma. Ond o ran pwrpas yr hafan heddychlon, mae'r plant yn gweld hwn ar fer ardal i ddod i gael stori, fel ni wedi gwneud prynhawn yma, i gael ambell i gêm fach dawel yn yr awyr agored. Ni wedi bod lan yn ei gweithgareddau mwy strwythredig o ran mathemateg a iaith. Ond hefyd yn yr ardd yma, mae yna ddisgyblion gyda ni sydd wedi cael profedigaethau trist iawn yn eu bywydau a wedi colli aelodau'r teulu sy'n agos iawn iddyn nhw. A maen nhw wedi plannu coed yma, coed i gofio am rhieni, fod yn onest, maen nhw wedi colli. Felly maen nhw'n dod a maen nhw'n eistedd weithiau, maen nhw'n gofyn am ddod jyst i ddod i'r ardd, jyst i eistedd wrth goed penodol. Felly mae'r ardd yn ddathliad o negeseuon mwy twfn a mwy pwysig.
Oedd e'n rili hwyl a ni wedi plannu gymaint o pethau. Ni wedi gwneud gwaith ar show races yn the red card, cerdded y daith byd eang, gyda Undyca 13, newid y hinsawdd, a Undyca 16, Peace and Strong Institution.
Wel, ni wedi bod yn plannu ffa ar bwys y ffens, so wedyn bydd fel y gymuned yn gallu cerdded a jyst pigo nhw i bwyta neu'n taiau nhw.
Bit by bit and piece by piece, conflict in our world will decrease. Make decisions and be fair, learn to let go, don't despair.
Peace and justice are what we need, spread the word, plant the seed.
We can dream of a better place, live life and embrace. Friendship and love is what we require, kindness and compassion we admire.
Peace and justice are what we need, spread the word, plant the seed.
Be mindful, be calm, be open to change, appreciate diversity in all of life's range. This world is ours, so care you must, to make it better, in you we trust.
My name is Julie Borland, I'm Year 5 teacher at Old Road School. The children really enjoyed creating the wrap, and I think as children who have really developed in confidence through their role, the wrap gave them an opportunity to have a fun way to perform in front of others, and so as a school we've seen a huge amount or a huge development in their confidence, in the want to help others and in their belief in themselves as well. So, you know, that's all really positive. The Peace Garden is something that we felt we wanted to take on board, simply because we saw it as a way of uniting our school together and everyone being part of something. And at the end of the day, we are a team and we're as strong as each other. And for them to be able to see that not just in their class, but in other classes, that they're building something together, it gives them a lot of ownership and a feeling of success, which again are total skills for the future.
Mae creu partneriaeth y fath yn rhoi pwrpas real mewn ffordd i addysg. Mae'n rhoi cyfle i blant i ddatblygu sgiliau, ond mae'n rhywbeth real, nid rhywbeth wedi cael ei greu, mae'n rhywbeth real, maen nhw'n gweld plant, maen nhw'n gweld oedolion eraill o wlad arall, a mae'n rhoi pwrpas i'r gweithgareddau hynny. A dwi'n credu hefyd bod yn sicr wedi cyfoethogi addysg y plant, ond hefyd cyfoethogi datblygiad proffesiynol ar athrawon oedd yn yr ysgol hefyd. Mae'r plant ni wedi cerdded yn rhithiol o Lanelli i Lesotho, a drwy wneud hynny yn teithio trwy nifer o wledydd ac yn dysgu am y gwledydd hynny. A dwi'n credu bod hi'n bwysig bod y plant yn dysgu am ei gwreiddiau, felly i ardal leol, am Sir Gar a Chymru, ond hefyd mae'n bwysig i ni roi adenydd iddyn nhw. A drwy cymryd rhan yn y prosiect, maen nhw wedi cael ymestyn i adenydd a dysgu am wledydd eraill, a diwylliannau eraill, a dysgu mwy am y byd i ni'n rhan ohono.
The impact on the Global Goalkeepers, I think, is a brilliant thing. We've got all sorts of abilities and speakers, and it's brought out their confidence, really. We found out this morning that we've become first prize with the Young Global Citizens of the Year. It's a competition that I put forward based on our work. And we met up with 3 countries, Lesotho, Portugal and Mozambique. We shared about our cultures, a snapshot into our lives and what we wanted for our futures as young people. And after that Zoom meeting, I put forward that, you know, what we gained from it, and we won first prize. It's brilliant for the children, really, because at the end we all really got the idea that even though we're far away from each other, all of us 14-year-olds were all the same. That's what they gathered, the kids, and they all wanted to do something small to add into the bigger picture, really.
I'm a global goalkeeper, so I'm helping the school improve and develop the sustainable goals. We've been working together for like a few months. We worked a bit online during COVID, and now we've come into school and worked together and really got our ideas together and put them into action. We made a board showing the LGBTQ+ community and all the flags and different definitions for words. I think it was a very positive reaction. Lots of people have been like asking questions about it and really trying to learn about it and understand it more.
It felt really, really nice just to like get to know other countries and see their ideas on how to change the world and how to incorporate SDG 16 into our life.
So dros y misoedd diwethaf ni wedi bod yn gweithio'n galed i greu yn ysgol heddychlon. Ni wedi bod yn gwneud pethau fel gwasanaeth rithiol i addysgu'r plant mwy am showraceism, the red card a fast fashion a pethau fel la i cael nhw i addysgu am beth sy'n digwydd yn ein byd.
Fi addo bod yr ymateb di o'n da, mae pobl wedi bod yn edmygu'r gardd heddwch ac llawer o bobl wedi cymryd y prosiect ac meddwl, falle mae angen i wneud yr ysgol yn lle fwy heddychlon.
Pryd ni'n cerdded ar y coridor neu rhywbeth ni'n clywed falle grwpiau bach yn siarad am pob fath o gwaith ni wedi bod yn wneud a falle yn y dyfodol maen nhw eisiau wneud yr un peth neu rhywbeth.
Gweithdy nathon ni oedd fast fashion gyda Louise Morgan amdano fel pan mae fe'n ddim yn dda a beth gallwn ni wneud i fel stopio fe. Mae fast fashion yn problem oherwydd mae fe'n achosi mass production o textiliau a gwisgoedd a lot o pobl pan maen nhw'n mynd i prynu rhywbeth maen nhw just yn mynd i bino fe ar ôl mae fe ddim yn ffitio yn lle ailgylchu fe neu roi e i charity neu hand-me-downs.
Mae'r prosiect yma'n caniatáu ni feddwl ac i gysylltu y dysgu dyn ni'n dosbarth gyda falle'r byd cyfoes a roi fe mewn cyd-destun dilys. So trwy edrych ar themau beth sy'n digwydd yn y byd cyfoes gyda newid hinsawdd neu anghyfiawnder economaidd. Mae'r themau hynny a'r Global Goals y Cenhedloedd Unedig yn cysylltu ac yn plethu gyda'r hyn dyn ni'n dosbarth mewn ffordd ac yn ail pwrpasu fe ac yn egnio fe, ac os ni'n gallu dod mewn â pethau fel y Global Goals i'r gwersi dyn ni fel arfer yn dysgu i roi rhyw fath o bwrpas a cyd-destun cyfoes iddo fe. A fi'n credu bod yn ein llawer fwy berthnasol i'r disgyblion. Mae'n cyfoethogi y cwricwlwm yn y ffordd yna. Yn erbyn maes dysgu a phrofiad dynieithau, mae'r cysylltiadau'n amlwg, fel daeryddiaeth gyda'r amgylchedd, hanes, gyda heddwch, ac yn sicr fel maes dysgu a phrofiad lles, sef un o'r meisydd o dysgu phrofiad newydd yn y cwricwlwm newydd, mae y syniad yn o llesiant a byw yn dda yn ganolog i hynny, a mae hynny wrth gwrs wrth raidd beth yw'r cynllun cerdded y daith byd eang hefyd. Mi'n credu bod ysgol wedi elwa yn yr ystyr mae'n cael niferio ar arweinyddiaeth a newid mewn ffordd, achos beth mae'r cynllun yn wedi wneud yw roi y pobl ifanc ar flaen y gad neu yn y sedd gyrru, a nhw sydd wedi bod yn arwain, a nhw sydd wedi bod yn clywed eu lleisiau nhw. Yn aml mewn sefydliadau, ni'n clywed y lleisiau traddodiadol, yr arweinwyr, y pobl sy'n gyfrifol am y llywodraethiant neu'r arweinyddiaeth, ond mae'r cynllun yma yn gadael ni wrando ar lleisiau gwahanol ac i greu trawstoriad eang o leisiau, a mae'r disgyblion wedi elwa hynny, wedi manteisio hynny, a gobeithio cyflwyno newidiadau a lle cael ei wireddu ar lefel sefydliadol yn y pen draw.
I have absolutely loved working with the project the past 2 years. It's one of the best things that I think I've ever gotten involved with. I have met so many amazing people from all around the globe, and I hopefully have made some very good friends.
I think one of the things I'm really proud of is that we didn't down tools when lockdown happened. We just took the things we were going to do online. One of the pupils said, thank you so much for connecting us to the outside world during lockdown.
It's been a fantastic and positive experience for both staff and students.
I feel that I've gained a lot of really good friends and made some good connections with people. I don't normally work well in teams, but in this situation I find that teamwork is a very important thing, and I feel that I've gained a lot of skill from that.
Absolutely loved it. You know, meeting different cultures, people from different backgrounds, different schools in the community, you know, in our local community. It's just been brilliant.
We were really lucky to get to go to the International Summer School in the first year of the project, which was an amazing experience for the pupils and for me included, and in fact it was probably one of the highlights of my career to date. And I think all the pupils involved in that loved it. It was the best experience. It would be something they remember going on from school now. They got to meet people from all over the world. They got to learn different things, and their confidence really grew. And that was thanks to the Walk the Global Walk project.
I believe that this opportunity is an opportunity that these children will never forget. They'll look back and they'll see it as a pivotal time in their lives that perhaps made them see life and the world in a different way, and will actually allow them to become their best selves. And I think they're also spreading the word to others around the school, and I think we need to celebrate more of that in the school next year to get more people on board, to give them the opportunity to again be their best selves as well.